वर्षा दिन आसार ना यहाँ हूँ सब तलिया अंचल यहाँ हूँ चिलिका निकट दाड़ा जगह तलिया पानी ये पानी वर्षा आरंभ है पानी जमिला जिते बन्या वर्षा दिन पलैब ऑटोमेटिक पानी कम माने दीर्घ 4 मास कंटिन्यूअस पानी ये चलो बुझिपारे जो कंटिन्यूअस चलो पानी तो आगे जबार नहीं पानी स्टोरेज है ये जगह हूँ स्टोरेज जगह पानी स्टोरेज जगह तेणु फसल ये ऑटोमेटिक नष्ट हो
द्वारा दूषित पानी पशुची से पानी पीवा द्वारा पिला मानकर डायरिया होची झाड़ा होची आउ देह मुंड सब कुंडई होची बांती होची
गाँव चतुर्पाश पानी घेरी जाऊँगी आम पुरुष मैंने किसी कार्य पाऊना तेणु बाहर देश को जाऊँ कम नसुविधा हो चेन्नई हैदराबाद महाराष्ट्र दिल्ली बॉम्बे एमती कम करा जाऊँ कौन कर्मर ना कर्म संस्था आम बहुत कष्ट चलुचु।
Odisha has been battling with the forces of nature for many years. Because it lies close to the coast, the state is frequently hit by natural disasters such as cyclones, storm surges and tsunamis. Floods kill innocent people and destroy land and property. The survivors are left to deal with large-scale damage to property and waterborne diseases. Odisha's coastal districts experience extreme weather conditions throughout the year. The months from July to December bring floods and waterlogging, whereas there is hardly any water available between March and May. The livelihood of farmers living in villages is so badly affected that they barely manage to make ends meet. Additionally, the groundwater in the area is highly saline for daily use. The last decade has been especially difficult for Odisha. Increased rainfall brought severe floods to the region in 2008, and most recently, in October 2013, Cyclone Falin forced hundreds to evacuate their homes. The top two reasons identified for flooding are an increase in the amount of rainfall and the overflow of water in the canals. Excess irrigation has also been causing unwanted water to gather in the fields. The floodplains are in a no better condition. They get filled with floodwater as the rivers flow on a higher elevation than the floodplains due to siltation of riverbeds and breaches in flood protection structures. Additionally, the ongoing development has added to the problem by constructing roads, bridges, culverts and other cross-drainage works that block waterways. The existing drainage channels are not properly maintained and are full of weeds, which prevents excess water from flowing out. The recurrent floods leave the local people without a source of livelihood, as most of their land remains underwater. Increasingly, marshy lands make fertile soil unsuitable for growing any type of crop in any season. Forest land and grazing areas have also been destroyed. Sanitation facilities at the household level hardly exist, with less than 14% of the households having access to toilets. Open defecation contaminates drinking water, causing regular outbreaks of diarrhea and other waterborne diseases. A large number of male inhabitants are forced to migrate to cities to search for a living. The women are left behind in poverty to look after their children and the elderly. In 2011, UNDP joined hands with Australian aid to help communities deal with the impact of climate change in Odisha. Various subject matter experts and government officials participated in an on-field learning exercise and interacted directly with the flood-hit communities of the coastal villages of Dokhanpur, Bambarida and Dakhin Kheda in the district of Puri. Using insights from the field visits, the team created key guidelines for their intervention program. Committees were set up at various levels to motivate and mobilize the community. Pushpanjali Parida, head of a women's committee, regularly guides her group to save money which they can use during times of floods or drought.
गोष्ठी जो आम बनईचु आम चाहूँ आम तो दिन मजुरिया आम जितक आम मनकर स्वामी आणिले आज 200 टंका ताको आम खर्चर जाऊँचे तेणुक आम चाहूँ 5 टका आम संचय करके रखिकी आम पिला भविष्य एकामोटे करके 5,000 कि 10,000 ताको आम एकाठी करके 10,000 15,000 करूँ कि 15,000 20,000 करूँ एमती करके किसी संस्थार आम लगेबू लगेले आम भविष्य से दरकार आसू.
Nab Kishore Pradhan, head of a pond restoration committee from Ichhapur village, helped collect funds to restore a local pond and to grow vegetables on the adjoining land.
प्रयास कमिटी करिकरी आमे ता देहरे आमे ताको आमे गछ लगैलु गछटा खाबड़ा जमीटा बहुत खाबड़ा बड़ा हैतला ताको आमे जो मेसिन आनी लगे समतुल करी खत आनी ता दे देई गछ पाई मंजी आनी गछ आनी ताको भर्ती करछु जोटा का आमे एत लाभवान होउछु एटा गां कमिटी रे जो 20 जन कमिटी करछु ये कमिटी रे ताको लेके जमा करछु.
Sarojini Jaina, a homemaker from Dokhanpur, had to travel a long distance to get clean drinking water. But since her village's pond has been cleaned, she has access to clean water and her children are less sick.
पीवा पानी आने पे आम जाऊ 3 किलोमीटर तर तापर एबे ये सुआद पोखरी हैला थारु रे पीवा पानी सुविधा पाउछु घरा बाल्टी उठे के उठे
The partnership helped the villagers to have piped water supply. This has reduced the threat of waterborne diseases, which typically affect children the most, and points to a healthier future for families and communities. This partnership has renovated the 11-kilometer long drainage system called the Khabar Nala across 3 villages. The renewed system lets the logged water flow freely and provides irrigation water for summer crops, thus providing the farmers more time to start cultivation. The drainage has also increased the cultivated area by more than 3 times in contrast to the previous years.
Almost 7 to 9 months the people are simply under waterlogging, and it is the this is the Khabar Nala only, the drain which drains the upstream water towards the downstream rivers and then connected to Chilika.
Bipin Kumar Swine, a farmer from Bambarida, is now able to grow chilies, marigold flowers and different types of grains and vegetables.
एबे से खबर नाला हेबर हमर सब बिल को सुविधा हला पानी पे आउ ये फसल पे सुविधा हला हम से फसल पानी आसिया सकता हम फसल करलु एगुला किछ कर नथलु आ प्रयास सहायता रे सब करिलु.
Lingaraju Pradhan was encouraged to plant flood resilient indigenous rice such as Bankoi, Khajara and Hanseswari in his fields, and he is now once again able to earn a living.
आज्ञा आपण मान जो देइथले पानी धानटा वर्षा दिन करिया पाई जहाँ पाइलु ताकू वर्तमान से धानटा भल होउची आ सिंसा भी भल होउची पानी वर्षा संभाळुची आ तेणुक आम द्वारा ही उपकृत हो पारू. ये बहुत आशा आमर रही. पानी तो कम से 4 फुट 5 फुट यही पानी हो जाऊँ. धान गछ कम से 5 फुट 6 फुट हो जाऊँ. पानी की संभाळुची से किसी क्षतिकारक नहीं.
The project team realized that along with building better infrastructure, it was important to encourage restoration of natural drainage systems, afforestation and soil conservation programs to help flood-prone and waterlogged areas. The aim is to prepare the communities to deal with extreme weather conditions as a result of climate change and disaster risk, while enhancing the resilience of women, children and men through integrated water management practices. It is also important to incorporate the concerns in climate change and disaster management plans at various levels.